Okay, let's look at the feet now. You've got the right foot pointed straight ahead, okay, and there's a little bit of inconsistency, but that's okay. What I really want to point out here is what happens when you go up in the air. This is the mechanics of the shot, of the jump shot, that honestly have evolved on their own. This is the kind of stuff that has gotten away from feet square to the basket and all of that. This is what happens in the air right here. So you saw where you started, but now let's erase those lines. Let's look where you land. All right. Now if we point both those feet left and right, first of all, they are closer together. So shoulder width apart is pretty rare anymore. Waist width apart is about average, but a lot of great shooters will land with their feet closer together, just like you've done here. Okay, so backing that up, feet pointed straight ahead, but look what happens to the entire body actually in the air. There's a turning. You can see frame by frame a twisting in the air, the hips and everything. So right now we're a little more square all the way up through the shoulder. Watch how the shoulder, the shot shoulder, ends up pointed more towards the basket, and the left shoulder is back further. Okay, so there's a twisting effect. So what a lot of great shooters, you'll even see them plant with their feet turned. Okay, let's imagine, put this on a clock. Straight ahead would be 12 o'clock. Where you land is maybe about 10:30, 10 o'clock. A lot of players, great shooters, will start with their feet pointed in that direction, and that same angle will be right on up through their hips and into their shoulders, so that their shooting shoulder, elbow, everything can remain pointed directly at the basket without a strain. The body just wants to be this way, and when you look at shooter after shooter after shooter, all the great shooters, every last one of them, feet will be angled. If they're a right-hand shooter, feet will be pointed to the left, and generally their entire body will be in this position here, like you are, upon the release of the basketball. It's the mechanic that anatomically makes sense. The body wants to do this. It does it because it's the most efficient way to shoot a basketball. So that gets away from what the old school, a lot of what I say, and I was even guilty of it years ago, square, feet square, pointed at the basket. You'll even hear pros talk about it. But then if you really take time to look at video of every great shooter, from Larry Bird right on up through Stephon Curry, a lot of the great shooters today, every last one of them has their feet angled, their bodies angled, so that has a net effect of helping to keep the elbow. I mean, look at your elbow. It's virtually straight up and down. It's in alignment. Slight angle, that's okay. But everything's lined up this way as far as the shot. There's no strain on the shoulders. It makes the most sense, and it's the most efficient way to shoot a basketball. So that's one thing I wanted to point out. We'll look at some other features. We'll back this up and talk about some other things.